back, folks. Good to see you again. Not really, obviously, but yeah. There's a reason why you started out by listening to some 38 Special today, and it's not because my mom's side of the family is really rural. It's because, number one, it's obviously a great song. Number two, it's reminding you one of the biggest things about the grip. Oh, yes. The most riveting thing you could possibly imagine about getting better at golf. The grip. But I'm here to tell you it's incredibly important. It's the foundation of your swing. You have very, very little chance at improving in golf if you don't understand what needs to be happening here. Lucky for you, I'm here to help. So here we go. You start with the left hand because for a right-handed golfer, sorry lefties, sorry Carter, I only know how to grip it one way. With your left hand, you've got this little, you can see that it's resting on this pad that I assume we all have. Pad just under there, that's locking that club into place. And then my forefinger and my pinky and my thumb, obviously not my pinky, my thumb are basically just locking it into place. You can manipulate it a hell of a long way there, and that's locking it in there so you have everything laid on properly. When we're up and we see it laid on the club, you can kind of see 1, 2 knuckles, maybe a third little piggy is poking its head through there, but really just 2. And there's your left-handed grip. Right hand, I watched a Duke golfer, Brinson Paolini, go an entire USAM qualifying day, setting up to the ball, having his grip, taking his right hand and literally doing this during his setup because he wanted to make sure that his right hand was in a good position and that his handsiness as a right-handed player didn't come into play. Right hand lays on there. You actually have, the good Lord was nice enough to give us this natural way of really knowing that it's in a proper place. So you have your left thumb, rather, laying in your right palm, essentially your right lifeline. That fits on there very nicely. And everything in the right hand is in the fingers. Now, one thing that's going to come down to your own personal opinion, basically, is whether or not you are interlocking, overlapping, 10-finger. Anything, they're all relatively accepted. It doesn't really matter what you want to do. I don't encourage a baseball grip in any sense. Make sure you do something that feels most comfortable for you. But one thing you have to keep in mind, the main things you have to keep in mind, pad, forefinger, everything locked in there, and everything in the fingers on your right hand. Now, these little creases here that Mr. Hogan referred to as the V's, a good indicator of where you are, and we're going to be slightly stronger. Stronger for a right-handed player is everything under the grip slightly. Weaker would be to the left of it. Neutral is relatively on top. But for most amateur golfers who have trouble losing the ball to the right, and I'll explain this in later videos, but we want to be neutral to slightly stronger. So we want these V's going towards our somewhere between our chin and our right shoulder. Mr. Hogan would have really wanted them at his chin because he was fighting a duck hook at the time. Again, a story for another day. But right there, you have a very serviceable grip. Now, one of the most important things to remember, and this is actually really good news because everyone wants to get better. Not everyone wants to spend money all the time to get better. One way you can almost, well, instantly wouldn't be the right word. I would be lying to you there. One way you can get better without spending money is to practice your grip. And in fact, I urge you to practice your grip when you are not spending money, as in when you are not hitting balls and when you are not playing. If you ever want to get on the fast track to some real discomfort and some real frustration, try changing your grip in the middle of a practice session or the middle of a round. First of all, you won't be able to do it very frequently because you'll just revert back to what you're naturally inclined to. Secondly, when you do try it, you'll probably hit some pretty terrible shots because no one wants to feel uncomfortable over the ball, which, again, it's another topic we'll talk about later. But that is the simplest way to attach this golf club to your body. Oh, and one more thing. one more thing, and I'm going to implore a little bit of my one of my heroes, Bob Ross. Go watch his painting on YouTube. But he was always holding his little creatures on his show so gently, and that's a great mental image when you're gripping this club, because as 38 Special taught us at the beginning of this episode, you hold on loosely, but you don't let go. At the same time, if you squeeze too tightly, you'll lose control. Same exact thing with golf. And yes, I know the lyrics. Same exact thing with golf. You have to grip this thing like it's a little baby bird, like it's a little squirrel on Bob Ross's painting show. Because if you strangle this, you have almost no chance at squaring the club face, and you're going to lose a lot of speed. And I know you modern golfers, you love speed. Speed, if you ain't first, you're last, right? Speed. Well, if you want proper clubhead speed, you'll grip this like a little baby bird, like one of God's creatures. Like it really isn't, but let's imagine it is. So that's about as good as I can do for, I'm assuming I'm not past your attention span at this point. Sorry if I am. But thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time around. I know I'm going to get to some more exciting topics, but this is incredibly important. Please practice, get comfortable with it so that when you go out and hit balls in a week or two, you can really get out there and start performing better than you have in the past. All the best, my friends. Make it a great day. Love you. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.